Hello, and welcome to my BDO 2021 hunting guide. This is going to be a guide aimed at beginner hunters. It's going to be kind of quick and dirty. It's not necessarily going to be like a 30-minute ramble session, at least hopefully not. If you are an experienced hunter, you're probably still got something to learn here. But this is going to be a guide mostly aimed at beginner hunters, getting you started, getting you going. So, first of all, where are the feather wolves? They're here. This is Grana. This is Rhonaros. This is Acre Guard Post. They're here. So, here's going to be a quick list of the topics we're going to be talking over here. This is not necessarily everything we're going to talk about, but this is some things that are going to be brought up in the video. If you don't know all of this already, you got something to learn here. So stick around. All right. First and foremost, should I get the Artisan Matchlock? Should I get the Master Matchlock, or is the Artisan good enough? Here's what I'm going to say to you. I am currently G12 hunting. I would recommend getting the Master Matchlock if you intend to be hunting any longer than Guru 1. Guru 1 is just about the point wherein the time spent to get the Master Matchlock will roughly even out with the time it would take you to get to Guru 1 if you just stay with the Master Matchlock, assuming like relatively decent RNG on the Narshan drops. So that's what I'm going to say to you. If you're going to go to Guru 1 and then stop hunting, you're fine with the Artisan Matchlock. You're going to need to do a different rotation than what I show here because this is going to be for the Master, but you're probably going to save a couple hours of time and some headache. I'm not going to be talking about profitability of hunting or what to do with your materials. There are calculators that I will link in the description to help you figure that out, but that's not what this is going to be about. This is about getting you hunting and getting you hunting at a very high level in a snap. Some people, wrong sentence starter. There are new hunting moves that you will not have by default that you unlock by doing a quest line. I would very, very, very much recommend doing the quest line. The quest line, go to O, suggested. It is called this, Departure Path to Hunting. After you do all of those, you get True Hunter. And then after you do all of those, you get Birth of a New Legend. And at the end of this one, Hunter's Dream, you will get 1 Breath of Narshan. You need 5 to make the Master Matchlock. And you will get a couple new hunting moves. The moves are as follows. While sprinting forward, press L and B, and you will crouch and shoot. You'll sprint, slide forward, and then crouch and shoot. There is also side roll into crouch and shoot. And there is also back roll into stand and shoot. So you can do something like though that's really weird. You'd never do that. But that's the moves. The most useful one is this one by a mile. You're going to see me use it a lot in the upcoming rotation. I would recommend getting them. They help a lot. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Similarly to like Artisan versus Master Matchlock, if you are only going to be hunting to Guru 1, you can probably skip it. If you already are like G30 plus and you have like existing muscle memory, you can probably skip it, though I would recommend getting it. The quest line only takes like an hour, if that. So it's not like too much investment to get it at all. Here's another important mechanic. Locking your Black Spirit's Rage. When you have full BSR, you are going to do a huge shot. You're going to see me do it in just a moment here. that does a bunch of damage, kills all the wolves, and then does like a bunch of damage to the Phynl if you have that pulled with you. That is really important not to misuse, so you always lock your BSR. The default key press for it is Alt plus B, so make sure you lock your BSR. Crouching. You're going to see me crouch literally every time that I'm hunting, that I'm shooting any wolves. Here's why. So take a look at, where is it? This arched hummingbird. I don't think I can get a good angle on it. Yeah, I can't really get a good angle on it over there. So we're going to take a look over here. So if we come over here and we look at this arched hummingbird while we're standing, there's no red reticle. If we were to shoot right now, we would not hit it. Nothing. But if we crouch, suddenly the red reticle's there, and if we shoot, we hit it. You can't see me hitting it. It's doing damage. That's why you crouch. It increases your range, and it also makes you reload quicker. Just a quick demo of that while standing, while crouching. While crouching again, while standing. Should be pretty apparent that it is reloading you like significantly quicker. So that's why you crouch. It increases your range and it reloads you quicker. But I hear you say, I can turn around in any direction while I'm standing, but while I'm crouching, I only have this small cone. Here's another one of the really, really important mechanics. Control camera spinning. So if you press Control to open up your mouse movement, like your cursor on screen, then you click, I'm not going to do anything else, I'm just going to click. You're going to start walking that direction. But the important part is that the moment you do it, your character turns his body to face the direction you clicked. So what you can do is, I'm going to give you a practical example here. 1, 2, 3, reload, spin. Make sense? You don't have to go backwards. You can go any direction. Whenever you click, it focuses your camera on wherever you clicked. Like that is now the center of your view. So your crouching, cone is centered wherever you clicked. Make sense? You're going to see me use it a lot upcoming. Just keep that in mind. That's what I'm doing. That's how it works. It is hugely important. Now, since we're talking about actual hunting, here's your buffs. You need, wrong sentence starter. You need 5 out of 5 attack speed, 5 out of 5 movement speed, 5 out of 5 crit, 5 out of 5 gathering. I already have most of these because I have buff popped, but you won't have these. Here's how you get everything. Attack speed. When you do the main story quest, you will get outfit boxes. When you equip the 4 set, you can just look there. It gives you 2 attack speed, 2 cast speed. You use attack speed for hunting. Even if you're a cast speed class, you use attack speed. So we get 2 attack speed there, and the other 3, which I'm obviously missing, comes from flowing wind elixirs. That's it. That's your 5 out of 5. For movement speed, you use seafood cron meal. In the olden days of hunting, you used to use pan-fried oyster and hunter salad and other things. You don't do that anymore. You use seafood cron meal, gives you XP, gathering +2, movement speed +2. We'll talk about that in a moment, or we're talking about that now. Weight and mastery. It is amazing. You use seafood cron meals, point blank, nothing else. So that gets you movement speed +2. Your other movement speed will come from your Manos hunter clothes. Don't use lower tier hunter clothes. You can see that the Rabot, for one, it doesn't have XP on it. You can actually look at it there. It doesn't have XP on it like my Tet Manos hunter clothes does. And it doesn't have enough movement speed to get me to the cap. So don't use lower tier hunter clothes. At absolute minimum, if you really cannot afford like a Tet Manos hunter clothes, try to get a duo Manos Hunter clothes. Where are they? I should have just typed in Hunter. Try to get a duo. A duo should be pretty achievable. But you only need a pry or better to get the +3 movement speed that you need. Seriously. Don't use other hunting clothes. Only Manos. Okay, that's your movement speed. Crit. You get 5 out of 5 crit with spirit perfumes. That's it. You use spirit perfumes. If they're not on the market, you can make them relatively simply. You gather violet flowers, you gather dead tree essence, you maybe gather some fruits of nature from your farms, and you make spirit perfumes. That's what you use. If you absolutely cannot get them from the market, you absolutely cannot make them yourself, you can alternatively use elixir of strong shock. You can alternatively use shock elixirs. These will give you 2 crit or 3 crit. And then I use the party versions. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But you're going to be missing 5 out of 5. You're not going to have 5 out of 5 crit, and you're going to lose damage, a little bit of speed. Use spirit perfumes if at all possible. I just lost my spirit perfume, so you can see the crit goes to 0. For +5 gathering, you need to get 3 of it from a guild. Right here. And then the other 2 comes from your seafood craw meal. If you're not in a guild, then I believe the con gives some, or like a journal spirit stone gives some. Gathering fishing +2. Gathering fishing +2. So you won't be 5 out of 5, which is pretty bad actually. You could use like a worker's elixir, but really just get in a guild. Just get in a guild. Don't hurt yourself. Just get in a guild. So that's that. That's your stats, and you're done with that. Optionally, you can add in flowing time for XP, and if you are using lower tier clothes, you can, or you're taking a lot of damage. Either one's fine. You can also add in will elixirs for less damage for monsters. I don't use them because I'm fine. But if you take a lot of damage because you're using lower tier clothes, or you just want to turn your brain completely off, even though I turned mine completely off, add in will elixirs. That's fine. What else? What else is there? Run reloading. So a lot of people are confused about this. You'll see any good hunter do this, but you might not know how to. So here's how. Really simply, it's 2 key presses, or 2 steps to it. The first is reload. The second is press shift first, then W. That's it. You start your reload, then release everything, then shift W. You have to release everything. If you continue holding W, this is what happens. You don't run. You must release everything, then shift W. Shift first. Don't forget it. That's how you do it. That's it. What else is there? Phynl Mechanics. Here is a really important one. You're going to see me do this. I'm going to do 3 different forms of it. The first is, actually, I'll just go to a Phynl and I'll show you. So a lot of people get confused on how the howl works and why the Phynl makes all the wolves go away. Here's how it works. If you get close to the Phynl and he naturally aggroes because distance, he doesn't howl. And all the wolves will group up on you with him. However, the moment you deal damage to him, I can't hit him. The moment you deal damage to him, can I hit him, please? The moment you do damage to him, he howls. It's only when you do damage to him that he howls. Now, once he has howled, he doesn't do it again. So at this point, if I didn't have these wolves pulled, and I just had the Phynl and he's already howled, I can then pull these wolves, and you'll see me do this on the top when I'm actually hunting. And he won't howl again. I will kill the Phynl with wolves. That's how you do this. I like to call this state that the wolves are in duel mode, And there's a couple things to be aware of with this. So firstly, if you have dealt some damage to the Phynl, so he's like weak, and then you kill him before the wolves get to their dual mode positions, they won't reset. Like if you kill him before they get there, they won't reset until you hit them. So they won't come out of dual mode until you attack them to deal damage. So that could be kind of an issue. If you like damaged them a bunch and then they go into dual mode, and so then they're stuck away from you and you have to lose speed because you're killing them out of position. I will show you this when I'm hunting, but that is how this works. So just to recap, he doesn't howl until you attack him. Once he howls, he doesn't do it again. Howling begins dual mode. If you kill the Phynl before the wolves get to their dual mode positions, they won't reset unless you attack them after the Phynl is killed. It's really important that you understand that because a lot of people don't, and it really bothers them. The last thing I want to talk about before I just start hunting is the evasion hotkey. While you are hunting, you will actually, is he going to stay over here? Because I can kill him and kind of show you. He's not. So while you're hunting, I need to find like a gatherable pack. Okay, you can do this. So while you're hunting, there's going to be a bunch of mobs on me here. Maybe not. While you're hunting, you're going to need to gather. And you're going to notice that if you try to gather while you're crouched, I'm spamming R right now, you can't. Nothing happens. Why can't I gather? Here's why. You have to be standing to gather. And so you might think, well, isn't crouching bad then? Well, no. Here's why. If you bind this right here, WW evasion hotkey, for Musa, you should already have it bound, and even for horse riding, you should already have it bound. But if you don't bind it, what happens is, if you're crouching and you press that, you roll. Here's why that's good. After you roll, you go back into crouching. But wait, here's the important part. If you press R at any point during that roll, you gather. So you're going to see me do this a lot. Like literally every time I gather, I'm going to roll into it to begin the gathering. The other thing that you're going to need to have like key-wise bound is a repair hotkey for your tent. You're going to want this really badly. It saves a bunch of time. Mine is Alt plus A. You can make yours literally anything, but it saves you some time having to click this, then repair. You can just click Alt plus A. That's my hotkey, and then it opens a repair menu. It's really good. I think that's about it. I'm going to leave my mic on while I hunt, so you're going to hear some keyboard clicks. Sorry about that, but I'm going to play some smooth jazz in the background to hopefully mask it. I'm going to do probably 9 floors here. I'm going to use BSR both on bottom and on top to show you how to do that. I try to only use it on bottom, but if you need to use it on top or just hold it, use it on top. Here's one more thing. Some classes get stunned on back attacks. So you're going to hear some hunters and some guides say avoid back attacks, avoid getting back attacked while hunting. For some classes, if you're trying to shoot while getting back attacked, it will stop your shot. It'll cancel your shot. Like you won't shoot. For Musa, it doesn't happen. So I don't worry about it. But for other classes like Ninja, I know it does happen. There's another stun that can happen on reloads while getting back attacked. But again, that doesn't happen to Musa, so I don't worry about it. For your class, though, if it does, there will be another rotation in the description to watch. It's from Gundy, the other, a really, really good hunter on NA. That's his rotation. That's what he does. And he plays Ninja, which is a class that gets really messed up by those stuns. So I don't get messed up by them, so I won't be worrying about them. If your class does, use that rotation. It's going to be about the same speed. I think that's it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to gathering. By the way, here do we place your tent? So I have a save location for it, but I'll go ahead and show you. You can recreate this. It's this tree right here. It's right there. This is a very specific location. And place it like that. So I'm going to go over here so that the wolves de-aggro. And then I'm going to go ahead and get to hunting. So while I'm hunting, I'm going to probably say a couple things related to what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. But just remember, or try to remember, all the mechanics I've told you about and how they are being used in the rotation. The most important one, again, is control camera spinning. Really, it's massive. It is absolutely huge. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop my spirit perfume and my wind. That gives me all my stats. Make sure my hog is out. Make sure my mastery is correct. Should be 1350. Yep. And let's go. Check BSR lock. Yep, locked. Again, so I shot the Phynl first here to make him howl. Now I can shoot any other wolf and he won't howl again. They will constantly come to me and he won't howl. This wolf, sorry, about to get murdered here. There's one wolf on top. I'll show you once I'm done. That can be really tricky. Sometimes you just gotta roll to get him. Sometimes you gotta walk to get him. He can be annoying. It's this wolf that spawns right up here. He can be really annoying. He can walk up that way, up the mountain. He can walk over here towards the rock where the Phynl is. He can walk down here. Sometimes you just have to walk around the tree to be able to shoot him and get him. He's just kind of annoying sometimes. I'm running by that wolf right there so I can aggro him. If I did not, I'd have to control camera spin to shoot him, and it's just really annoying to do. It costs very little time to just run by him. So that's why I do that. These three wolves here are the single most annoying ones in the entire rotation. These three are hell. And you'll see why after I BSR. That's too close. No, it's not. So you'll notice I'm not shooting the Phynl here because I have wolves aggroed to me and I don't want them to go into duel mode. But the Phynl aggroed anyway. So let's try to kill these feather wolves without hitting the Phynl. Never mind. Oh, sorry. You're going to want a fairy with autopot for this, Miraculous Cheer. Any level should be fine, but you definitely need autopots. You will die if you are trying to manually pot, so don't do that. So again, up here, I'm shooting this guy first. He howls, resets all the wolves to their spawn position, and now we need to just watch this wolf behind the tree, the one I mentioned before, because wherever he goes will determine how we need to pull him. So he's in a good position, so we just hit him like that. And then we hit these ones on the left side here. I have BSR now, so I'm going to go ahead and use it on the bottom when I go back down there. And I'll show you how to BSR on bottom with this rotation. So we've repaired. With a branded Master Matchlock, you need to repair once per 3 full rotations. So just try to repair as often as you can. If you forget one time, you're fine. If you forget twice, you're getting kind of sketchy. So let's go. Run reload down the hill. Aggro. So remember those 3 wolves I was talking about before? The ones that I mentioned were hell. Look at their spawn positions when you can. And they're not all spawned. So you can see there's one there. There's supposed to be one there. And there's one there. Whenever you BSR, these 3 wolves will fuck your life. They will really, really mess your life up. Because they don't like to spawn. So you have to do weird control camera spin things to get them in. Anyway, we're going to BSR here. So I get specifically close to the Phynl to aggro him passively. And that way, he comes into the pull with the wolves. Really important to pull him properly there. Now this guy spawned late. So he's aggroing now. I think I'll actually skip him so I don't mess up his spawns on the next rotation. Actually, no, I can't. I have to kill them both because this is a BSR pull. If I don't, then top pulls will be really bad. Whoops, I reloaded early there. So again, this Phynl, aggro him first, he howls, and then you can shoot anything and they will aggro and come to you. You cannot shoot this one in the middle of the pull. So we have this wolf behind the tree again, the annoying one. What is he doing? He's walking left and up the mountain. So we can't actually shoot him unless we move. Let me control camera spin. I did it badly there. So he's walking down the mountain now. So let's see. What does he do? He's walking straight at us, and I can't hit him yet because the tree's in the way. So yeah, this guy can be a real annoyance. The way to solve it is just walk a little bit left. If you walk like over here, you can always hit him. So that's the solution there. Anyway, so we BSR'd on bottom last time. And so again, watch those 3 wolves on that cliff edge, because they will be the ones to really annoy you when you BSR. So one of them just spawned. Need the other 2 to spawn before I kill and gather. Okay, so they're all spawned there this time. So that's really nice. The spawns are kind of linked to which one you gather in what order. So whenever possible, whenever I BSR, I try to gather the ones closer to this edge first to maybe get these guys spawning quicker. Because you can see not all the wolves are spawned in. Okay, step a little bit far back this time so I don't hit that Phynl. So that's the control spinning in effect for you and how it smooths out all your DPS. So I have 72% BSR. So we're going to hold BSR on this next top pull. We're going to get it on this next top pull, and then usually I would use it on bottom. But to specifically show you how to use it on top, which is a little bit difficult, basically you just kill the Phynl first and then very quickly aggro everything, starting with the one behind the tree, if at all possible. You do need to kill one wolf on top though if you're going to BSR, because there's 11 wolves up here, including the final. So that can be kind of annoying. We have the one behind the tree again, spawn. What's he doing? He's walking left and up the mountain. I think I can get him. Yep, right there. Yep, got him. And I messed up. So I 2-critted him, so now he's way over there. And I have to go gather his body, so. You have to be really mindful with your shots when you have the master, because you can easily 2-crit some wolves, and it makes it really annoying. But you can see I have full BSR here. Usually I would just go back down and then use BSR, but because I'm going to show you how to use it on top, I'm not going to do that. There's also 2 wolves that are here, right about here, that can sometimes come into this pole. If they do, that's fine, just kill them. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do. It's all the same. And again, usually I would BSR here, but I'm gonna use it on top, so I won't. To spin your camera without doing the control clicking, you can also just press S, like tap it, and then you get full 360 movement. I try not to do that though, because it's slow. So I prefer control clicking, but if you don't want to control click, you're fine. You don't have to. Okay, so for top BSR here, you have to kill the final very quickly. Then aggro literally everything. So here, doesn't matter if we have to walk left to get this guy or not, because we do. You just look at him, and then whatever you have to do to get him in the pull, you just do it. Then you unlock BSR, wait for them to get there, and like that. One of them didn't die. Like that. That's how you do it. So, yep. So those 3 on the cliff here, they're not quite spawned yet. I hope he spawns before I get there. I'm not sure if he will though. If he doesn't, then I get to show you something kind of cool. So I'm gonna blind fire. I always do this, and then hit the other 2. So he's not there, so we don't wait for him. Well, he's there now. I need to back up or the final will get me when he spawns. If he wasn't there, like the moment I turned around though, I would have just skipped him. Then once I had the pull going like this, where all the wolves are aggroed, I would have control clicked behind me and then hit him and pulled him in like that, if that makes sense. So if you have to like skip one of them because they're not spawned, just don't worry, just control click and turn around. And don't forget to relock BSR, it's really important. So yeah, that's about it. That's how you hunt. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I don't know. That's how you hunt. All right, well, that's it. That's the rotation. That's the rotation. That's the buffs. That's the mechanics. That's everything I can think of. Catch you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're hunting. Bye.